Damn, enticing thorn, that's brutal. But also, you know, sibling shit, I guess. Personally, I don't think I ever wounded any of my siblings, though I may have psychologically traumatized my poor little brother. I was a real dick to that kid. Not even, like, really bad, but I would occasionally just, you know, do some fuck shit, like be like, hey, can you make me, you know, like a cup of tea? And he'd be like, no, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do stuff. And I'd be like, well, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I won't love you anymore. Then he gets sad and go to oh, what an asshole. What an asshole. Good times, good times. Oh, I was super about that fucking mental anguish. That was the only way I could fight back against my, like, eldest siblings, because my older sister was, you know, stronger than me and kind of heavier set than me, and my oldest sister was, like, 6'4" since she was 10. So I'm sitting here, like, 60, 70 pounds, soaking fucking wet, barely 4 feet tall. She's 6'4" since she was, like, 10 and could pick me up with one hand easily. So, like, when we'd get in a fight, she would usually, her, like, go-to tactic was to grab me by my throat and pin me to the wall, right? Like, just lift me up with one hand and pin me there, and then just, like, you know, be an asshole. So I would always, like, fight back by just being a dick. Like, I'd be like, do it. I'd be like, do it, you punk, you won't, you little bitch. You know, I'd be like a little asshole or say something really mean or hurtful that I knew would really get under her skin, which was fucked up and evil, but it's the only way I had to fight back. So we'd basically play this game of chicken where I knew she couldn't, like, really permanently hurt me because she'd get in real big trouble with, you know, our parents. But she also knew that, like, I wasn't gonna talk too much shit because there's always the threat that she could, like, you know, I don't know, fucking crumple me with a punch to the nose or something. She taller than you still? A little, yeah. Not by much, but yeah, a little. I grew up pretty fast once I hit, like, 16-ish. Unfortunately, I was really small for my grade up in, like, freshman year and sophomore year. But once I hit junior year, I got pretty tall. Yeah, she was way bigger than me when we were kids, which always ended in me getting my fucking ass handed to me. I probably deserved it, though. I'm sure I earned it by being a little prick. I'm sure I was just a little fucking barely tolerable. Not even barely tolerable. I would argue I was intolerable. There was definitely times where I would say some real mean shit. You know, we were kids, and I didn't have as much of a filter, or rather, I didn't have as much empathy, I guess, at the time. And kids could be cruel, so, you know, I'd make fun of her height or weight or whatever, and then she'd pin me to the wall, and then I'd, you know, make fun of her even more. You know, it would get to the point where she'd be real threatening, you know, real mad, like, you got anything else to say? You know, holding me up, and I'd be fucking struggling for air, just sitting there, like, hanging on to both, like, with both my hands, trying to, like, get some, like, leverage so I could breathe. I'd be like, you big-ass bitch, you know, say something mean. She'd really get mad, because, you know, she can't, like, fucking snap my neck, because she'd get in trouble, and I can't really say anything really much meaner than that, because I don't know anything else, because I'm a fucking idiot. Because I'm a dumb kid. So, I mean, you know, just stalemates. It's basically a battle of wills where it's like, do you have the patience not to kill me for being an asshole? And how much pain am I willing to endure to be an asshole? And it turns out I'm willing to endure quite a bit of pain if it means I get to be a dick. Oh, sibling combat can go to uncharted levels of petty, yeah. I want you guys to know how much restraint I am exercising right now. I almost went into another anecdote off of that, what I was just talking about with my older sister, and was like, oh, it's okay, though, because it prepared me for later in life. But I'm going to resist doing that, because that's going too far down the trauma-dumping tree. Siblings sound absolutely unhinged. Somehow I can relate. I think we were all a little unhinged. I think there was just nothing better to do. We were young and impetuous and assholes, I guess. I don't know. There's really no other way to describe it. We were just kind of fucking dicks to each other, because I guess there was, I mean, if you leave kids to their own devices for too long and you don't, like, give them a fucking iPad or fucking at least a hobby to partake in, they're probably just going to be dicks. That's the reality of it. They're going to be dicks to each other. Especially siblings, because you got to live in close proximity constantly, so, you know, arguments start over dumb stuff, yada, 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 yada.